total disability. Understand that total disability is going to be slightly different or have slight variations company to company. So if you are going to be selling multiple companies' disability policies, you want to make sure that you understand what they feel is the definition for total disability. Generally speaking, it's defined as the inability to perform either any gainful occupation or the major duties of your regular occupation, or an occupation for which you have been qualified to do because you have the education and or experience to do that particular job. Also, total disability may be defined by insurers, by the insurance company, as any occupation or own occupation. If you have a disability income policy that is defined as an own occupation policy, the benefits and the way the policy is applied to you is more favorable to the insured. If you have a policy that is written as any occupation, that is more favorable to the insurance company because it's got more limits or restrictions on it for the liability that the insurance company would have to pay. Let's use an example. We've got Robert, who's a personal trainer at a gym. He is injured because a client dropped a weight on him and he can now no longer do his personal training duties. So if he is covered by an own occupation, it means that he would be considered totally disabled with this injury because he can't do the duties of his regular occupation, which is personal trainer. But if he was covered by an any occupation form of disability income policy, he would not be considered totally disabled. He might be partially disabled for a while, but not totally disabled because he can still work at the gym. He could work at the desk. He could work at any number of jobs around the gym. So again, that type of policy is not going to pay out as much, and so it's more favorable toward the insurance company providing the coverage. Let's talk about partial disability. It is a person's inability to perform one or more of the regular duties of their occupation or the inability to do their occupation on a full-time basis. So it's going to be not a total complete disability, but a partial disability. Benefits typically are 50% of the disability benefit. There's usually a limit to how long you can make these kinds of claims, so be aware of that. Benefits are paid in a flat or residual amount. Benefits are limited to give the employee incentive to go back to work. Again, they're not ever going to fully reimburse you because you would have no incentive to go back to work. You would malinger, meaning you're well enough to go back to work, but you don't have any inclination to do that because your policy's paying you exactly what you were making when you were working. So these policies are never going to pay you fully. The insurer gives you, with a partial disability, half of your benefit to encourage you to go back to work and start, earning some wage, and then eventually you're well enough that you can be working full-time and the disability policy would stop payment.